A New York woman was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison after prosecutors said she drowned her 3 young children in the ocean before leaving their bodies along the shoreline near their home in Coney Island. Authorities say the tragedy unfolded during the early morning hours of September 12, 2022, when 34-year-old Erin Merdy allegedly took her children to the beach in the darkness of night. The victims were identified as 7-year-old Zachary Merdy, 4-year-old Liliana Merdy, and 3-month-old Oliver Bondarev. According to investigators, Merdy later contacted family members while appearing distressed and refusing to explain where the children were. Concerned relatives began searching for her before contacting emergency services. Hours later, police officers discovered the children unresponsive along the shoreline of Coney Island. Their bodies were wet and covered in sand. The case shocked New York City and quickly became one of the most disturbing child murder cases in recent years. In March, Erin Merdy pleaded guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecutors stated that the sentence ensures accountability for what they described as an unimaginable tragedy. But what exactly happened on that beach that night? And were there warning signs before it was too late? Investigators would soon discover that the events leading to that night may have started long before anyone stepped onto the sand. Family members later told reporters that Erin Merdy had shown signs of severe emotional distress in the weeks before the killings. Some claimed she frequently talked about feeling hopeless, isolated, and overwhelmed while raising 3 children, largely on her own. There were also growing concerns about her mental health. According to relatives, Merdy had allegedly made disturbing statements in the past and appeared increasingly unstable after giving birth to baby Oliver. Court records revealed ongoing custody disputes and financial struggles that added even more pressure inside the home. But despite repeated warnings from people close to her, no emergency intervention ever came. Then came the night of September 12th. Security footage and cell phone records helped investigators piece together a chilling timeline. Prosecutors say Merdy left her apartment with the children shortly before 1 a.m., pushing the baby in a stroller while the 2 older children walked beside her through the quiet streets of Coney Island. Most of the neighborhood was asleep. The boardwalk was nearly empty. Waves crashed against the shoreline as the family approached the dark waters near West 35th Street. What happened next would shock even veteran investigators. Authorities believe Merdy walked into the Atlantic Ocean with all 3 children and held them beneath the water until they drowned. Prosecutors described the act as deliberate and prolonged. Afterward, she allegedly left the beach alone. Witnesses later reported seeing a woman wandering barefoot along the boardwalk in soaking wet clothes, appearing emotionally detached and confused. During phone calls with relatives, prosecutors say she repeatedly whispered, "The children are gone. I am sorry." Those words immediately triggered panic inside the family. Relatives rushed into the streets, searching for the children themselves, before finally calling 911. Soon, police helicopters, patrol cars, and emergency crews flooded the shoreline in a desperate overnight search operation. Then, just before dawn, officers made the horrifying discovery. Under the cold lights of the Coney Island boardwalk, the bodies of Zachary, Liliana, and baby Oliver were found lying near the surf, wet, covered in sand, and completely unresponsive. The city was stunned. News of the case spread across New York within hours, with many struggling to understand how a mother could commit such an unimaginable act. But as detectives dug deeper into the investigation, disturbing questions began to emerge. Could this tragedy have been prevented? Were the warning signs ignored? And how many chances were missed before 3 innocent children lost their lives forever? You are watching the Dark Case Book. Subscribe and stay tuned for more real-life stories.